Hello everyone and welcome to another Digimon model kit review video. This time we're going to be looking at and reviewing the Imperialdramon figure, which is the Figurized Standard Amplified Imperialdramon model kit. So this video will be done a little bit differently. As you can see, my face is here, but I'm going to kind of intercut videos and photos of this build, as well as have my friend here to join us for this video. So I'm going to keep him in the dragon mode form. And what is unique about this figure is that you can actually have two forms and change it however many times you want. So it's a model kit, but it's also a little bit like the evolving figure series, which are like just Transformers. So you can have it in this form, or you can pull its head off and rearrange things with these extra parts here, which do not show up terribly well on the green screen, but we have Imperialdramon Fighter Mode's hands and head. And then you swap off the pieces on the arms and remove the plate here, put the head here, then put the other head on, and you've got a transformed figure. And it transforms quite quickly too. So that is something that's fairly unique about this figure. Instead of having two figures, or just choosing between having Imperialdramon Dragon Mode or Imperialdramon Fighter Mode, they've actually given you the choice of having the two that can be easily swapped between them. So you don't have to kind of choose when you're building it, so you don't really need to have two figures in order to have both. You can build both, and they just mode change, so that's fairly cool. In terms of how easy it was to build this model kit, the Imperialdramon figure is actually probably the easiest one that I've had to build so far. It's also a very quick build. I built it in I usually build it over like a few weeks, but this one I built basically in 2 sittings. It was fairly quick and fairly easy. However, I do have some complaints about this build, and that is because it does mode change and it changes. I find that some of the pieces, especially the head, which does comes off. So they come off very easily. You can see that I just knocked it slightly and the hair's coming off and the head's coming off. So I have to re-put that back where it's meant to be. And that is slightly annoying, and it is something that happened a few times when I was building it where pieces would just fall off. And later I learned that these pieces fall off because they're meant to come off quite easily. You don't want to be pulling and tugging at something when you're transforming it because you might break it. So that was something that I did notice, and also the little mouth opens up. So yeah, that is something I'm not a huge fan of with this figure because, again, it's an evolving figure basically. But those are basically my only negatives. It looks a little bit derpy, but then again, it doesn't look as derpy as some of the evolving figures, which have for example, we have Wargreymon and Ugamon's faces on his back, which is really weird. But, so this one looks not as derpy as that, but still it looks a little, especially the Imperialdramon Fighter Mode form, which looks a little bit weird. And also the fact that you can just make it stand up completely here, like so. You can kind of, and the arm falls off too. I don't know why. I very much held that in properly, but I just feel like the arms, because you're meant to twist them around to evolve to Imperialdramon Fighter Mode, the arms are kind of meant to be easily taken off so you can loosen them, but sometimes they get so loose they just fall off. So I have to go fix that later. But anyway, so it's a fairly easy to build model kit. It's probably my favourite one to build so far, but it's not as detailed as the Wargreymon figure, which is still just that's probably the most detailed figure I've built so far. And it kind of looks a bit more stable than the Dukemon figure, which is kind of neat. But overall, I would definitely recommend this, especially for a beginner model kit. It is fairly easy, it's fairly quick, and I'm still not looking forward to building Mugendramon because that is a fairly comparatively long thing to build. But in any case, I absolutely love this figure. Maybe I just really like 02, and everything that's 02 is just yay, Imperialdramon! And yes, I know 02 has a lot of problems, but I still love it. So yeah, those were sort of my quick thoughts on this month's model kit. I'm not actually sure what I want to build. Let's check what's in the... Let's build a new one. I just had to check in my big stack of model kits that I haven't built yet. Let's build Omegamon X Antibody, because that just dropped in the last month or 2, I think. So let's build that one and see how that goes. I still want to build the Mugendramon one, but I'm a little bit nervous about it. The box is also twice as big as every other box. So I'm thinking maybe like a month that has 31 days rather than February, which is obviously a shorter month. So that's my thoughts. Let's build Omegamon X antibody for the, what month are we in? February, there we are. So February's model kit will be Omegamon X antibody. So yay. So get that. If you want to talk with us about the model kits, you can join us over on the LostinTranslationmon Discord server, which is linked in the description, and you can post your pictures of what you've built so far. And because I should be doing this every month, what do you want to build for March? Let me know in the comments, because usually it's just me pulling out the first thing that comes into my mind when I look over at my shelf over there. So let me know what you'd like to build for March, and let me know what your thoughts about the Imperialdramon model kit were in the comments. And I will see you on the next video. Bye!